So I'm looking at some of your first purchases.
First ever. Why the hell did I buy that?
You were dating your professor.
Yes, and we did have sex in the professor's house. Yeah, we did.
Oh, my life.
I'm making margarita.
This is like reading a good report of yourself.
But it's also making me nervous for something's coming. I feel like I really market myself as a bad girl and a dangerous, dangerous comedian.
Is this ruining your brand?
And what we're finding out is that I'm just in a fucking decade-long battle with moths.
Yes.
Well and truly, if I get sponsored by anybody from this podcast, please Uber Lube. I have been singing your praises for years.
Hello, welcome back to My Mate Bought a Toaster. My guest this week is the fabulous comedian Olga Koch. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Very well, thank you. I'm a little nervous, but I'm well.
That's good. That shows that you've got a healthy attitude with your shopping history. I think it's worrying, it's unnerving when people come on this and go, just have a look. You're like,
I also feel like you've sort of figured out a format that sort of gamifies the Stasi.
yes, the friendly side of the... honestly, they're helping you. Of course.
And you shouldn't be scared because if you've got nothing to hide.
Right. And the guy who built this from his garage, he's now in a rocket in space. So there's nothing evil and malevolent there. No, this definitely, you're right, we have gamified it. But I would say that something we often do is talk about how we spend too much on there and how we don't want to use it and how we're trying to wean ourselves off it, which is also something I've noticed recently. More and more my guests come on and they just don't use it in the same way. It's really changed.
Yeah, it's definitely dipped post-lockdown.
Yeah, it couldn't have gone anywhere else, could it?
Yeah.
My God, lockdown. We'll get onto that. So what I've done, Olga, is I've gone into your past on your Amazon purchase history, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at some of your first purchases.
First ever?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. What was the first thing I bought on Amazon? I truly don't know.
We're in 2014.
Yeah. Holy shit, that's a decade ago.
That's a decade ago. The 5th of August, 2014.
Yeah.
Olga, the first thing you bought, a whole bunch of books. Actually.
Okay.
One purchase on the 5th of August. You bought a lot of books. Like we're talking 10 books, right?
Yeah.
Including such comedy classics as The Road, which is one of the single most depressing books I've ever read.
Oh, yeah. That's a bummer. That one's a bummer.
A father and son just treading through the post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Yeah.
Lols. You bought The Big Sleep. You bought Slaughterhouse-Five.
Yeah.
You bought Lolita.
Yeah.
So, well, that's you in August 24th. That's what you do. You're just buying books. There's nothing to be scared of here.
Would you like me to give you context for that mass book buying?
Very much the format of the podcast.
So, almost 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Over 10 years ago now.
Over 10 years ago.
I moved from New York, where I went to university, to London, where I had my first ever job. And I'm in London still, 10 years on. Yeah. And that was like my first sort of what should be on the bookshelf purchase.
Wow, okay.
And I thought, Lolita and Slaughterhouse-Five. You got to get them on there.
You're book nesting.
Yeah.
You're telling yourself and people who come to see you who you are.
Yeah.
So this is a very... not apocryphal, that's probably not the right word, but this is a meaningful bunch of books.
100%. And it's like, who is it? And it's like a new chapter of my life. I'm reinventing myself. I'm in a new city, and this sort of thing of like, who is it that I'm going to be?
Oh my God, this is your shelf knowledge.
Yeah.
That's what we're finding here. So we'll tell us about some of these books and tell us why you chose them. So, for example, let's just grab a random one, shall we? You've got the Joke by...
Milan Kundera.
Yes, you've got The Joke. Foam of the Days, L'écume des jours.
Yeah. Okay, The Joke, I liked Unbearable Lightness of Being. Is that the famous Milan Kundera book? Yeah. And then I remember I was very casually dating my professor's son at university, and he mentioned The Joke. It was hot.
You were dating your professor?
Yes, and we did have sex in the professor's house. Yeah, we did.
Oh my life. That is a PhD right there.
Yes, please.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was cool as hell. Honestly, probably still the coolest thing I've ever done. I'm 32, still the coolest thing I've ever done. And I remember he mentioned that he liked that book, so I was like, oh my God, I need to read it.
Yeah.
And Foam on the Daydream, I don't think, it's still in my house, never read it. The only reason I bought it was because I saw a trailer for the movie based on it, and I thought the trailer looked good.
Brilliant. It's all about the trailer, guys. The book arrives and you're like, I don't want that.
I want the 2-minute trailer for the movie based on the book and how that made me feel.
So you were in New York. What were you studying in New York?
Computer science.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You can plunk that on there, don't worry.
Sorry about that.
So you were doing computer science in New York. So and you're Russian as well, right?
I am, yeah.
So when did you leave Russia?
I left Russia at 14.
Wow, okay. Went to America.
No, went to a boarding school here, but I went to an American boarding school, and that's why I sound American.
Oh my God.
And then I went to university there, and then I came back.
So your identity is perfectly straightforward.
Yeah, I would say the most suspicious white person there could be is sort of my brand.
But very well connected. Where did you go to boarding school?
By Staines.
Oh, wow.
In Thorpe, where Thorpe Park is. Are you familiar?
Well, I mean, famously, the boarding school near Staines is Eton. So
that's in Windsor. That's we're way closer to Staines. Thank you very much.
Right,
than
okay,
Eton.
fine.
We're walking distance to Staines.
Oh God. Right. Okay. So boarding school, and then New York for uni.
Yeah.
That's quite a big leap. Why did you go? Because I guess you went to an American school, so it felt.
Yeah, everybody was being prepped to go to
Right.
America.
How was New York?
I mean, it was chic, obviously. But that being said, I think New York is wasted on 18-year-olds.
Yes.
Like, you can't, like, you don't have the frontal lobe sort of cohesion to enjoy New York and know where to go.
Yeah, right. Also funds as well.
God, no.
The money to do stuff.
And also, I mean, fundamentally, you are not 21. And so you're like, your preoccupation with a night out is less so, what's the best place to go? You're like, where won't card me? Do you know what I mean?
You can't drink.
Exactly. And so most of the time, you're just like in someone's dorm room drinking whatever like an older student bought you. And you're like, why am I doing this in the greatest city in the world?
I should have stayed in Staines.
Yeah.
Saved up some money.
Yeah.
Made myself look a bit older. So you said it wouldn't card you. So that's the go-to, that's the ID, right?
Mm-hmm.
And are they very strict on it? Or is it like, because when I was a kid, certainly here, the ID thing was always pretty shambolic. They wouldn't be that strict.
So again, like you're not going to a place that is cool or good or enjoyable. You're going to a place that won't card you. So like that's the sort of scale of reputation of establishments as a student. And also there will be places that are like not as hard on ID. So for the first half of my university career, I had. This will resonate with like two people, but it will resonate really hard.
Fine.
I got a fake ID from a website called idchief.com.
Oh, amazing.
And it was like a WordPress blog. And then they were made in China and then shipped to you hidden in other items. So it'll be like a digital picture frame and you have to like gut it and it'll be there. Or like it'll be a teddy bear and you have to gut the teddy bear and the ID was there.
Right.
They were not great, but they were scannable, which was huge because like all bouncers have scanners. I'm going so deep into this. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I love it.
So bouncers have
You're
scanners.
behaving like a Russian spy. That's what I also am really enjoying.
Yeah, like I am the basis for the Americans. So they scan the ID and then it like pops up with like your birthday and the state you're in or whatever. And so the fact that they weren't great quality looks wise, but if you scanned it, it worked. So that was great. But if you're in a place that actually cares, obviously you're not getting in. And so I was lucky enough to get someone else's lost real ID of another blonde girl. I barely looked like her.
She had
but...
died. I
killed her.
I killed her. Yeah, using some other stuff I bought from China. Don't worry about that.
It was worth it.
But that's the sort of thing people would do, right? To get to the alcohol finishing line.
Yeah.
That's how we end up being obsessed with alcohol. 21's too old.
Yeah, so that means for 3 years of my 4-year degree, I had to fucking figure it out.
I mean, it's quite a good strategy for making people actually get a degree. If they can't. But like universities here, I guess it's changed because people pay so much money for universities, so they want value. But in the past, it was just a drinking situation. That's what people went to universities to socialize and drink.
I mean, you still do in America.
Right.
Like, if anything, because it's forbidden, you want it so much more.
And you're doing computer sciences in New York, and the stand-up thing and the urge to perform, is that bubbling up? Are you doing stuff or...?
So I was like a huge comedy fan throughout my entire life.
Yeah.
And then when I arrived in New York, I found out about UCB, which is the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, started by Amy Poehler. And it was like the whole scene at the time was really big there. Like all the SNL people were sort of plucked out of UCB and then they had classes. And so I interned there and I took classes there. So I was very much like into the sketch comedy scene.
Right. Okay. So you were doing all that stuff, all that incredible comedy heritage, and you thought, no, I'm going to go back to London. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. And then do stand-up, the one thing that they don't do.
Yeah. Why did you come back to London?
I just got a job offer here. And because I had a Russian passport, I would go anywhere where would give me a work visa.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. Okay, fine. All right. So you have come to London. Here you are with your Russian passport.
Yeah.
Did you buy that from a book in China? Or was that's legit?
Yeah. It was hidden in a Barbie doll.
Okay.
in a Barbie doll's ass. Yeah.
And you are, as we say, you're furnishing yourself. Are you living by yourself now then in 2014?
No, I'm living with my best friend from high school. I still am.
Oh,
10 years on, I'm still living with my best friend from high school.
That's nice. In the same place?
No, we have moved, but we've moved together as a unit.
And you are filling your life with books. The Blind Assassin by Margaret Atwood, The Crying of Lot 49. It's books, books, books.
Books.
That's all that's happening.
It's kind of depressing how many of those I still have yet to read.
It's
Look, we've all tried Crying of Lot 49. It makes no goddamn sense.
I've never tried it. What is The Crying of Lot 49?
Oh my God. Who's the guy who wrote it? Is it the same guy who wrote Blood Meridian, I think? What's his name?
Right.
It says right there.
Oh, Thomas Pynchon. Oh,
yes.
God.
And so it's his thinnest book. And I was like, everybody says he's impenetrable. I'll just take the thinnest book. Surely I can get through the thinnest book. Nope. Yeah. That's a lie.
Is it proper sort of just like the syntax doesn't make sense, the language doesn't make sense?
I truly think it is just purposefully nonsensical.
Yeah.
Do you know that the sort of Latin text they use as placeholder for graphic design to show what a website would like? Yeah, that's what Thomas Pynchon is to me.
So it's actually a Canva design.
Yeah. It's a showcase of a font.
It's font boasting. Yeah. If that's the only thing you can say about the book, I mean, maybe we should do that, because I'm in your account. I could happily write a review that just says great font. Let's just do that.
Unparalleled typeface.
Okay, good. All right, so here you are in 2014. And then we've had an intense burst of Olga Koch, can I just say. The podcast has barely started. And I feel like we've got, like...
You have my whole life story.
Yeah. We've, physically I know where you've been. Like, I feel like we've traced you. And we move into 2015. Plenty of purchases again, which is great news for the show. And you can see that you have been getting, well, just all sorts of stuff. There's such a huge variety. You've got the Pedal Pro Quick Release Mesh Bicycle Basket.
Yep.
You're a cyclist.
Yeah, yes, I am. I have since upgraded to a bicycle with a built-in basket.
Oh, hello.
Though I do miss that one because you could put your shopping in it.
Yeah, but don't you worry about leaving the basket on the bike?
Well, you don't, because you go home with the shopping in the basket.
Yeah, but then the problem is, okay, so hang on, does the basket stay on the bike though now with your current?
Now, yes, but it's like built in.
But people then use if you.
They use it as a bin.
Use it as a bin.
They use it as a bin. It's the worst. I fucking hate it.
I'm a lime bastard. That's what I call myself. I love my lime bastards. And I know those bikes are litter, but they're litter that I can ride around town with electrical help. Yeah. Right? But basically...
And should sort of have stolen valor from cyclists who are actually putting the sort of... The effort in. Yeah.
I like to cruise past those guys without a helmet on, and I can just see their face says die now. But it has occurred to me that I'm spending good money to move litter around London. Yeah. That's what happens with those things.
It's awful. I hate it.
It shakes around and it's gross. And you just see,
And if I want to take stuff out, I have to touch it. It's vile.
I'm not taking stuff out. I would never. I have sometimes not chosen lime bastards because of the stuff in there. Obviously, when it's your own bike, you have to take stuff out. You got a nice helmet as well. Pedal Pro Matte Black BMX helmet.
A BMX helmet. Thank you so much. I got a big head.
You got a big head?
I still have that helmet, still use it. I did a triathlon in that very helmet.
You did a triathlon?
I did a triathlon in that very helmet.
Did you
Not
swim?
to brag.
Did you swim in the helmet?
Yes, I did. Yes, you don't know what happens underwater.
I
was headbutting everyone else to get ahead.
Where did you do the triathlon?
That was actually close to Windsor.
Okay.
I think it was like a reservoir that was built for the Olympics, and then now they use it for triathlons.
Okay, well they've got to use that stuff for something now. I think you'll find that's 2012 legacy right there.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. Actually,
that they're enjoying. If you were to represent your country,
which country would it be?
Yeah,
that's a big question.
Is it?
Well, I guess so.
What do you consider yourself then?
I guess I'm British.
Yeah, good.
I'm Russian here. Yeah. I'm British elsewhere, but fundamentally everybody thinks I'm American because of the way that I sound.
Right,
so,
okay.
A country that I spent a very, very short period of time in.
Just throw a curveball in. Just be Spanish.
Well, the thing is, my family lives in Germany and my last name is German, so I could be that too.
Oh, wow. That's great. So you need to you've got 4 countries there, find their weakest sport and then go in at entry level.
100%.
And you're in. Okay, so German table tennis, whatever it might be. All right, so you've got a Kryptonite Crypto Lock. Again, it's the bike stuff. Yeah. Have you ever come off?
Well, you're going through like the sort of chronology of a person settling in a city.
Yeah, exactly. You're building the nest. You're getting the practical, functional things done. And what are you doing at this stage? You're working or you're gigging?
I'm working.
Okay.
I've yet to have my first gig in London at this point, I think.
Oh, okay. It'll be interesting to see how your shopping changes when you start doing stand-up.
Oh, yeah.
Things change. It loosens a part of your brain.
How to steal jokes without no one noticing. Yeah.
And look, and you can tell that you're living in, I assume, certainly at this age, I would have been living in rented accommodation. Were you living in rented accommodation? You've got moth killer. You've got rent-a-kill moth killer. You've got carpet moth killer.
Yeah.
I think you've got moths.
I think I do. Yeah, very much still did. I remember we foolishly rented that apartment off of the estate agent's promise to professionally shampoo the floors, verbal only. Ho! Was that a mistake? But that's a mistake that you have to make in order to learn.
I think that's part of being in your early 20s.
Yeah, to be like, yeah, of course I'll professionally shampoo the floors.
Everyone says, if you get old, you get jaded. Yeah, I get jaded because people lied to me about carpets. And I think clothes moths they're so horrible because they're like these little brown leaves, and when you kill them, they just evaporate in your hand, right?
Yeah.
And yet they do so much damage. And you have a wool.
Yeah, I'm wearing it currently as we speak.
It's a cardigan. It's a tank top. And that's a year's food for those guys. I hate.
It looks delicious.
If a clothes moth were here now,
salivating,
they would be clothes moth dribble. Totally, 100%. So what are you doing job-wise at the moment? What's happening when you're at this stage?
I'm working for a tech company.
Okay.
So I think one of the most convenient things for a recent university graduate was the fact that this tech company is feeding you breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the office. So you won't see much cookware on that list because I did not cook for like 7 years.
Nice. Just turning up first thing.
Yeah. So the hack is like they sort of close. So I think it was like, let's say your job technically starts at 10, but then they close breakfast at 9.
Right.
So you're at the office at 8:30, right?
So clever.
And so the same thing happens as like you're technically like maybe your your workday ends at 6, but dinner starts at 7. And so it's a very clever way to just essentially have the person there for 12 hours.
And also, and you feel like you're getting a good deal.
Yeah.
You're eating, but the business is eating you.
Yeah.
But that's fine. The business is like a clothes moth making its way through you. 15 small organza bags filled with dried lavender flowers, $3.95, 25th of August 2015.
I don't think you'd be able to buy that many lavender bags for $3.95 these days.
Pre-Cosy Lives, mate. What a time we lived in.
Man, yeah, $3.95 for 10 lavender bags.
What's the So lavender's just a smell-based thing, is it?
Yeah, I guess I think I was just trying to make that flat homey because given the sort of unshampooed floors and moth situation, you just want it to at least sort of smell nice.
Yeah. And for $3.95, that's
you can't beat it.
That's a serious bargain. That is absolutely amazing. Okay.
I also maybe read somewhere that moths don't like lavender, but that might be complete fabrication from a sort of like a hippie website.
Yeah, that rings a bell. There's lots of things where I think it's people trying to monetize slightly useless bits of nature. We're going to get the lavender mob on now. Big lavender, big oil will be onto us. But this is like with conkers and spiders.
Right. And lemongrass and mosquitoes.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. It's like, are we just trying to sell lemongrass here?
Yeah. But it's a thing, isn't it, where they sort of just spin a wheel and just go, beech trees and cattle. If you're scared of cows, beech trees, keep them away. It's complete mindless rubbish. But we fall for it.
Yeah.
And lavender, the problem with lavender, I think it's got a bad rep because people associate it with old lady smell. I'm just going to put that out there. That's always been my association with it anyway.
Interesting. I don't feel that way.
Sorry, I think I've offended you now with the lavender thing.
I'm offended.
Don't worry, you don't smell of old lady. All right. So elsewhere in 2015, the Journals of Sylvia Plath.
Yup. Sounds about right.
Yeah. Chirpy. The Jell-O Oreo cookies and cream instant pudding and pie filling.
What year is this?
2015, 21st of September.
2015 I bought that.
Yes, you did.
Because I distinctly remember doing a New York Times recipe for a cookies and cream pie.
Well, that's what this has to be.
But I feel like I did that a few years ago. I guess I did it earlier. It's one of those things where you do it, you forget it, and then you have that idea to do it 8 years later, and you think it's out of thin air, but it's really memory, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. Your brain, who knew, but your brain will just do the same stuff again and again and again.
Be like, it'd be a great idea.
Yeah. We're basically goldfishes. Oh my God. I love that. Have you got sweet tooth? Because this is, for me, that's an American connection. So when you were at boarding school, an American boarding school, How American is it? Is it like American food?
Yeah. So we had a little tuck shop, a sort of in the school that sold only American candy, like Hershey's and things.
Really?
Yeah. And then we mostly had American or like American adjacent food in the dining hall, and all the Americans. Our teachers were American. We had like a lacrosse team, a cheerleading squad. Like it was an
like
American
a high
high school.
school.
Yeah. We had lockers. That's the thing that blows people's minds in the UK. They're like, "There's a school with lockers next to stains. Why?"
It doesn't make any sense. Well, of course, in the UK, we've got a proud tradition of destroying our children's backs by sending them to school with massive backpacks on every day.
But I think that's more international. That's what I did in Russia.
That's why Americans.
I feel like when I went to school in Russia, I literally had like a backpack that was so structured. It was like a wardrobe that I would wear on my back.
Yeah. You were sleeping out. So, you moved from Russia when you were, 14?
14, yeah.
So you have plenty of memories. Whereabouts did you grow up in Russia?
I was born in St. Petersburg and then I moved to Moscow.
Right, okay. God.
I'm assuming those are the two that you know.
Yeah. Well, that and...
so cheap.
St. Petersburg and... off of the Olympics.
Yeah.
Winter Olympics. And, I'm out. I'm totally out.
There you go.
So ignorant.
You're okay.
Why did you move?
Political reasons for my parents.
Oh, okay. Shit.
I've written and done so much material about this. So if you're curious,
just follow the
Google
link.
me.
Follow the link. Was it a scary kind of like abandoning ship moment?
Yeah.
Just sitting on a plane for 8 hours going, shit.
I think more so for my dad than for me.
Right, okay.
I was just a kid.
Yeah. An American high school, though. That's quite a big transition to go from a Russian upbringing to an American high school.
That being said, I think aren't children all over the world most prepped for an American high school because of media?
True.
So if you were to put me into any high school, the one that I would be able to navigate was what I saw in like 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah. Stranger Things. My kids are obsessed with Stranger Things, and now they're expecting their
there
school
you
to go
go.
on Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Which is because that's in the 80s.
Be like, put on glasses, be like, anybody want to take them off me? Anybody want to take them off me? I'm kind of the prettiest girl in school, and no one knows.
So what was that like socially when you arrived at 14? Did you find a gang? Did you fit in? What happened?
So, I mean, it's an American school. I would say half of it was American kids who were like military brats, or I think that is the term. I'm not calling them brats.
No, they're not brat people.
And I think, and like children of American diplomats or like American, just like any actual Americans. Yeah. And they very much contributed to the school feeling American.
Okay.
And so they would have like ragers and keggers and like.
Hang on. We need some American high school terms here. So a kegger.
Terms for parties.
Okay.
A kegger is a party with a keg. There.
Okay.
And then I would say the second half was just international kids who were probably looking to go to an American university.
Right. Okay.
And I mean, to put it lightly, and I would hope not to badmouth everybody, an American high school for an international student is something that sort of I say this with love.
Always.
Maybe for your family, socioeconomically within reach, but academically not so much. Does that make sense? A British one isn't. So you're sort of like, well, an American one will take me. So some of the dumbest rich kids across the globe were in Staines.
And don't forget,
pretending to be in America.
Don't forget, at the beginning she said, I say this with love.
Yeah.
That's fine. The caveat was in there. But if you've got a thick kid, that's what.
And the cash. Don't forget the cash.
Right. Do bring the cash with you. Okay, fine. I love this, Olga. There's just an ongoing battle with moths. The moth pheromone sticky trap for clothes.
Yeah. Pheromones.
Pheromones trap. Yeah.
Does that mean that's
sexy. Attracting them in? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a fake mate.
Oh. What a way to go.
And then the next is like sexy moth outfit. Just me sacrificing myself at the altar.
All the moths just gathering round. Oh my God, you've been doing moth dogging. This is so weird. Percy Nobleman moustache wax on the 1st of March.
I think that was a gift that I was giving, I want to say my friend Chris.
Okay.
Because he had a great stash.
Mm.
And that felt like
doing this the thing at the side, isn't it?
Yeah. It was. I would say it's sort of maybe a gag gift. I don't know if he sincerely would have used it.
The best gifts are gags. The best gifts are joke gifts. I bought my nephew when he had he didn't have a job. He just left uni, and I bought him a Deliveroo bag to go on his bike with, like the big
Lovely.
lol's classic banter.
Yeah.
Right. It cost me like 20 quid, and of course he went ha and just threw it away. And I thought, oh, this is a joke. I mean, he wasn't really going to work for Deliveroo. It was just a joke because he didn't have a job. I was basically mocking him on Christmas Day for not having a job.
And then you created waste through that.
Waste, yeah. So gag gifts, man. Just
Wasteful.
Wasteful. It can be wasteful.
Okay. Well, thanks for calling me out.
Okay, good, fine.
I'm going to call Chris immediately after this and ask him if he's ever
What happened to that thing, man?
twirled his stash.
You have bought January 2016. You have got Tangle Teaser, professional detangling hairbrush.
Still have it.
Love that.
Very happy. Very
Your
happy.
hair looks very detangled.
Thank you so much. Use it to this day.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is good.
I'm actually so pleased with how all these old things I'm still using.
This is like reading a good report of yourself.
Oof. I mean, but it's also making me nervous for something's coming.
Good. This is the run-up. Okay, fine. That's making me excited. All right. Elsewhere in 2016, you bought the Bell jar. I think that's again or more Sylvia Plath.
Jesus.
Yeah, just keep it light. Just keep it light. And then you have got some 54 heavy-duty felt pads. Those protecting pads you put on underneath furniture so they don't scratch.
Yeah, for my couches.
So good.
Yeah.
Nothing worse like that moment when you move a really heavy bit of furniture. Do you know what I mean? And you just scratch the floor. With these on, they just float.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And 54, that's going to last me. I'm fairly sure I still have some.
When you consider that each sofa's got, 4 things on it, this is years worth of a gliding sofa that you've got there. This is very sensible stuff.
Yeah, I'm so boring.
You're a very sensible person.
I feel like I really market myself as a bad girl and a dangerous, dangerous comedian.
Is this ruining your brand?
And what we're finding out is that I'm just in a fucking decade-long battle with moths.
Yeah. This is the reality. This is what happens when you see behind the arts. The whole thing's a facade. There's no lube on here. She's not doing any of that stuff. Lavender soap again. Oh God.
Jesus Christ, Olga. Come on. I do like the smell of lavender like a grandma.
You're really into lavender. These are the things we're discovering about you. You have bought DHC Deep Cleansing Oil.
Love that stuff.
What is it for?
Okay, so thank you so much for asking.
You're welcome.
In order to properly take off makeup off your face, makeup is a thing that I'm not currently wearing.
Me too.
There's 2 steps, right? The first step sort of loosens up all the makeup.
Yeah.
And the second one washes it off. If you only just wash it off, then the really, really tricky, like waterproof stuff or like really tacky stuff stays on. Yeah, it all stays on because regular soap can't take it off.
I see.
So you need to take it, like emulsify it with oil first and then wash it off with soap.
You have very good skin.
Thank you so much.
Do you have good skin routines?
It's taken me years to figure it out.
When did you learn? How did you learn this? Because
mostly the internet, and
Nice.
also must shout out comedian Chelsea Berkby, who essentially told me what to do with my skin because I had terrible adult acne.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And she guided me through the process. So shout out to her. Thank you so much, Chelsea. But basically, because I never had an acne in high school, and then when I was like 26, I had terrible acne, and I was like, "The fuck is this?"
You'd think you'd got through the acne phase.
Yeah. Anyway, so the oil step, DHC is a Japanese brand cleanser that is like the best of the best. That being said, with time and age, I've realized that pretty much any oil works to the point where you could just use like olive oil.
Sunflower.
Yeah, and
Car.
now I just use the simple brand one because it's cheaper.
Okay.
So
it's just the act of the oil that loosens it
It's
all
literally
up.
just like any oil that is meant to sort of,
I feel weirdly
emulsify it.
sad when I think about sort of things like for me it's like shaving stuff or skin, because my parents weren't there right when I was doing all that stuff, and I was at boarding school and learning all that stuff, and it was sort of taught to me by my peers, and you've got the internet or friends who've helped you with that stuff.
I learned how to put a tampon in at summer camp. It was horrifying.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry for the TMI. Also, I'm very self-aware. Sorry, I'm very self-conscious of the fact that I keep using the word emulsify. I'm not entirely sure what it means. I would just like to flag that, but it felt scientific.
Imagine if it was something completely different to what you thought. And at the end, you're like, I thought it was a dairy-based thing. Oh, shit. Can we go back through it? This is what I meant. This is exactly what I mean. It's that thing of,
crowdsourcing knowledge.
Thank you. Well, not just knowledge, crowdsourcing and upbringing, right?
Yeah.
Those moments where I think of the boys at my boarding school, and there was a teacher called Mr. Dixon who was helping a few of them. learn to shave. And at the time, I remember thinking, this is really weird and I think a bit wrong. He's really nice and the kids are happy, but my dad should be doing this. Right?
No.
It's true, though.
Yeah.
So whenever I see this sort of stuff, I'm like, it's just an interesting thing how people build their routines and looking after themselves.
Yeah. But that was definitely from the internet.
It's a good one, though. It's probably better than what any parent would have told you anyway.
Yeah, my mom would just say, you look beautiful as the way you are. Don't use any makeup. That's not helpful.
No, don't do that. Don't listen to her. She's wrong. You look awful. All right. December 2016, the Outre Retro Round Metal Clear Lens Glasses. You bought some sort of John Lennon-ish type glasses. Yeah.
Oh, yes. I was... I did a bit of stand-up where I was meant to be like a gallery owner's.
Nice.
So that was part of the costume.
So stand-up has arrived on the scene in 2016.
I had already been doing it for a couple of years by that point.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think my first gig maybe was 2015, or like my first stand-up gig maybe. I want to say first stand-up gig was like late 2014, and then I started taking it a little more seriously 2015.
Okay, all right, good to know.
And so the bit involved me wearing a black turtleneck and those John Lennon glasses, and the black
Steve
turtleneck.
Jobs.
Yeah, Steve Jobs vibes. But it was like a gallery owner ex Steve Jobs, like sort of someone doing a TED talk.
And you're hiding behind a character still, not doing out and out stand-up.
No, I've always been doing a regular stand-up, but that was like an experimental thing.
I see. Okay.
And this black turtleneck from New Look. Yeah. Still wear it to this day, one of my most worn items, and I bought it as a costume. Crazy.
Oh, my life. It's tax deductible. It's lasted.
Perfection. Yeah.
You need to keep that. Actually, I'm going to put this out there. You need to keep that away from the moths.
If you ever see me in a black turtleneck, do remember that it was a Steve Jobs costume.
That's how it started.
Yeah. If you see me in like a chic, cool outfit with a black turtleneck, that black turtleneck is a costume.
Hate Apple products. I don't know. Every time Steve Jobs launched a new iPhone, I just end up getting turtlenecks. I think I'm being influenced in the wrong way. All right, 2017 now. We have got Waiting for Godot. There's some good existential despair happening amongst the sort of makeup and self-care.
Yeah.
Existential despair and self-care. Bret Easton Ellis, Less Than Zero.
Yeah.
I mean, I love and hate Bret Easton Ellis at the same time. Tiggy Catwalk, Oatmeal and Honey. And then The Divided Self, an existential study in sanity and madness. And then Rimmel, Lasting Finish. So in the same order, you've got Easton Ellis and The Divided Self, an existential study in sanity and madness. And then you've got Lip Liner and what appears to be shampoo.
Yeah.
It's all there for me, Olga. You're right there
me.
on the 7th of February, 2017.
That feels right to me. That feels right to me. That's the whole spectrum of me. I contain multitudes, and it's Rimmel branded.
It's good to look good while you go nuts.
Yeah,
I've always said that. So take me through The Divided Self. I'm interested in existential study in sanity and madness. Why are you buying this? Do you read it? Do you actually read this stuff?
I think I started. Is it R.D. Laing? Am I making that up? No. Who's that written by?
Let me find out for you. It's written by R.D. Laing. Right.
Thank fuck. Okay.
Good remembering.
I'm fairly sure. I may be completely making this up, but I think I was maybe reading Richard Feynman. I was reading a book, and then I am a big person on buying books referenced in other books.
Okay.
And I am
sort of joining the dots vibes.
Yes, and I'm confident that book was like heavily referenced in a book I really enjoyed. And then I opened that one and I was like, never mind, because it was like way too scientific, I think, from what I remember.
Right.
But yeah, that's why I bought that.
There's some good reviews of it. Still a very important book.
I think it's like a foundational text for a very sort of a niche of psychology.
Everyone in some measure wears a mask. This is another review. Only for those with schizotypical, I'd assume that would be.
Maybe it was even John Ronson that referenced it. I don't know, but basically it was like a pop psych book that referenced this other actually psych book. And I was like, no, it's pop psych I like. Take me back!
The word pop is doing a lot. I am in the shallow end. I'm a great swimmer.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw myself in. John Ronson said I could come down here and swim with you. Oh, no, but this is what happens when you read, but it's like a treasure hunt.
Yeah.
And you see that next clue and you're like, I'm going to get it. And Amazon, especially because it's so easy and quick.
Yeah.
It's just great that your brain is going, all right, I must get the lip liner. Oh, and I need to get an existential study in sanity and madness as well. All right, good. So again, we're swimming around in 2017 at the moment. Smithy's adults men's pirate costume. June 2017, you bought a pirate costume.
Okay, from what I remember, I think this is true. I bought this pirate costume. My instinct is I remember I just got out of a relationship and I was going to a costume party and I really wanted him to regret what he did. And so I bought my friend, I believe Harold, if this is the right timing, a pirate costume. And I was also a pirate and we were like dressed up as a couple of pirates. And I don't know whether I wanted it to look like maybe Harold and I were a couple.
Right. Yeah.
But I distinctly remember like looking absolutely devastating that night.
As in devastatingly good.
Yeah.
Yes. So sexy pirate. Because if I...
But I don't think I wore the costume. I think it was for my friend Harold. I'm fairly
that
sure.
makes more sense. Okay. Because I was going to say, if I'd split up with someone and I then dressed as a pirate at a party, they would be like, well, good. I've definitely made the right decision. This guy's, yeah. But okay, fine. So this is a tactic, a party. That's sort of... That's quite a bold, like, angry thing to do.
But also, like, quite a lot of admin to be like, hi, Harold, I'm going to use you to make someone jealous, and I'm going to dress you for it, and I'm going to use Amazon. Again,
Harold sounds like a sub. I like Harold's my vibes. Okay, yes, sure, absolutely fine. Yeah. Whatever it takes.
He's married now. Good for him.
That's great. Please tell me to a pirate.
He met her that night. Yeah.
So good. And did it work? Was your ex?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
I don't know how much the pirate thing moved the needle on it, but I really hope a lot.
She's there with Harold. Oh my God. So bad. You've bought 12 Mexican bandit moustaches, a load of fake moustaches, July 2017.
That was a bit of stand-up that I did where I was like, I think trying to prove that my jokes were funnier if I said them as a man versus as a woman. And so I would put the mustache on and do the same exact lines.
And did it work?
I think maybe twice.
Okay, fine. That's all it takes.
And then I think the mustache kept falling off because they were quite low quality. No offense. So that like the mustache thing became more of a sort of central concern than the jokes themselves, and I abandoned the
distracting. Yeah.
The pursuit.
August 2017, 30 white card carnival masks for kids' crafts.
Oh my God. Okay, so I was having a 25th birthday party, and at that birthday party, the thing is, when I throw a party, Vine including, I am very concerned for every type of person who's there.
You're a people pleaser.
Yes,
excellent.
100%. So the easiest person to cater to is like a person who drinks, who's very social, and who knows people there. But that is a very rare group. There are people who are sober. There are people who don't like to socialize. There are people who like to socialize but don't know anyone there. And so I like to cater to everybody. And so for my 25th birthday party, I had a crafting corner.
Oh,
so the
God.
white masks were like you could paint a mask for yourself, and then like everybody made their own mask. That was cute.
I love that.
And then for my 30th birthday, I had a tarot reader, a caricaturist, and a magician. So what I'm saying is look out for everybody. If you're throwing a party, you need to look out for every possible group.
That is the sort of thing people do at like the wedding or something. And even that level of pleasing people don't do that.
Oh no, I'm a psychopath. And I need to be liked, which is horrific.
Of course. Welcome to being
welcome
a performer,
to
right?
being
Every
a
single person who sat here has had that issue. I think, doesn't that mean that my worry with that is that when you're then having the 30th party, are you relaxed because you think I've fixed it so everyone's happy, or are you running around going, are they? Doesn't that increase the anxiety? Is the tarot thing working? Are they enjoying that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was. I was like, having one tarot reader is a nightmare, even though she was wonderful, but she was like trying to spend like real time with people, so that meant that she couldn't really go through many people.
And what happens if someone finds out something awful?
Yeah, I didn't fucking account for that.
It's really dangerous.
Yeah. The tarot reader's like, did you just see a really bad magic trick?
Be a really good way to wrap the party up, though. At about 11, just tell the tarot reader to start doing really dark shit.
Go negative.
It's a really hard skill to kill off a party when you're tired. Wow, all that stuff at your party.
And so that was for my 25th. I had a crafting corner, and that was part of the crafting corner.
Okay, fine. This is what we're learning about you. And we're learning a huge amount about you.
I'm sorry, against your will.
No, I love it. Very much with my will. This is exactly what I'm here for. And then 2017, as we get towards the back end of the year, all sorts of stuff. Almond shower oil. You've bought some shoes.
I bought shoes on Amazon?
You bought shoes on Amazon.
Show me the shoes.
You tried to show me the shoes. You tried to send them back. Some Nikes, some trainers. They're just trainers.
Okay. That's
trainers.
just silly of me. Who's buying shoes on Amazon?
It's not something I've... No, I have done it once because they were really cheap and they were really bad and I sent them back.
Yeah, well, that's probably exactly what happened.
You have bought, on Boxing Day, a black pearl and gold hydrogel eye patch.
Yeah, that sounds like me. Skincare.
Skincare. It's all about skincare. Okay, good. Skincare, self-care, and excellent parties. That's where we're at so far with Olga. We're going to 2018 now. 32 orders made over the year. It's not that's not that many. That's actually come down from the year before. So 2018, you're now doing stand-up full-time or what? What's happening to you?
No, I'm still at my job.
Okay. Are you doing that thing of having to sort of finish work and then dash off to gigs?
Yeah, but it is the year that I did my first ever hour-long Edinburgh show.
Oh, wow. And how did that go?
Fine.
Okay. So it wasn't like a big breakthrough moment or...
Yeah, I think that was a sort of a click where I was like, oh, maybe this could be
this is
a
where
real
I'm going to
thing.
go. Okay, all right. So still working and still, just really buying some interesting stuff here.
Okay, I need to know.
I
have no idea what you're looking at.
A crate of vodka, an inside view on the 20 years that shapes...
That's my dad's book, yeah.
No way!
Yeah, I felt like I needed to buy it.
Well, let's plug that here, a crate of vodka.
God, no.
This is about me. It's not about Olga's dad.
I just think, let's just say my father is an unreliable narrator
Interesting.
when it comes to Russian history.
Happy to write that as a review in here. I'll just jump in, seeing as I'm in your account. Do not listen to my dad. He stinks. 26th of February 2018, you've bought Ladies Ultra brushed thermal socks. 2.0 tog. I didn't know you could tog socks.
What's a tog?
Tog is a level of warmth. So with duvets you traditionally
I think
get
I was
it.
going to the Isle of Skye. Maybe.
Right. Why? Holiday?
Just for a holiday, and I think I was really, really fearing how cold it was going to be.
It's
As
more
a person,
wet, Sky.
I also freaking grew up in Russia.
Yeah,
Why am I freaking out? Yeah, but I think
nowhere is going to be cold for you ever.
exactly.
Jeez, how was the Isle of Skye?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I've heard it's nice.
Yeah, obviously.
Of course, it's beautiful.
Obviously, it's freaking beautiful. Are you kidding me? Grow up.
You should not work at the tourist board. If I get to Skye and you're just there in a little booth, of course it's nice.
Fucking look.
Just go. Why are you talking to me?
Open your goddamn eyes.
Do you know what? I would love that. That'd be very cool. Just go. All right, let's crash on through now. We're going to move into 2019 now, Olga. And again, hang on one sec. Just waiting for the internet to reload. No, don't do that. I'm having a technical. Hold that thought. So 2019, again, you're hitting an average 30 orders. You bought a Microsoft Xbox controller.
Why the hell did I buy that?
I don't know. Do you like
Oh,
computer
I think
games?
that was a Christmas gift from my brother.
Oh, right. Okay, fine.
That
nice.
sounds like it.
Here you go. Fiddle with this. That's basically. And is your brother? Is he over here as well? Is he?
No, he's in Germany with my parents.
Okay. So you got your parents in Germany?
Yes.
Right. Okay. How often do you go to Germany to see them?
I want to say like 3 times a year, maybe.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's fine. That sounds like a healthy relationship. Can't see that's a problem. That's more than I see my mum, and she lives in Wales.
You should sort that out.
I need to sort that. Yeah.
To be fair, with the train prices now, it's cheaper for me to go to Germany.
Am I right?
I went to Germany, return flight, £28.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Return flight, £28.
I can get a couple of sandwiches and a packet of crisps and it's near enough, and a coffee and it's sort of 25 quid.
Genuinely, it cost me the same to go to the airport and come back, which is fucking crazy.
That's so mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Might go
Sorry,
this is to Germany now. All right. What else have we got here? We've got the Professional 300 Mummy sleeping bag. You bought a sleeping bag and a self-inflating camping sleeping mat. This is in April 2019 now.
I believe I'm getting ready for performing at summer festivals.
Oh, how did you find that? Have you enjoyed that?
I don't think I've ever had a good gig, but it's just worth it for the vibes, isn't it?
Because you get a free pass to a festival.
Yeah.
So which one was this going to? Do you know? April 2019? Latitude or Glastonbury?
I think either Latitude or End of the Road, but I was planning in advance.
Right, okay. They're really hard gigs to do. Because everyone's just sort of fidgeting around.
No one wants to see stand-up at a festival.
No one wants to.
I can't compete with Bombay Bicycle Club.
You really can't. Because they're hilarious. Their patter in between songs is amazing. Look, we're into 2020 now. Obviously, this is the year of...
Okay, how many? Tell me how many.
50. It's not that bad.
It's bad, but it's not that bad.
I feel like your stress levels are building up. Is there one thing in particular that you're worried about?
I'm not sure, but I think it's the unknown.
Yeah, you're out of control. Do you not like being out of control? Is this a situation? Mm-hmm. Okay. Should we get some craft? We'll get some craft for you today in the corner. There's a tarot reader coming in. I am a tarot reader, but with Amazon purchasing. Okay, 2020, obviously a very strange year, and again, it's not a huge array of
I feel
stuff.
like I'm really disappointing you.
No, you're not
with how
disappointing
boring
me.
this is.
No, it's not boring at all. Organic cherry stone pillow. You've bought a pillow a couple of times, actually, in April 2020.
It is an alternative to a hot water bottle that is less dangerous. So you put it in the microwave and it heats up the cherry pits, and then you put it and you use it as you would a hot water bottle, but you're not terrified of being scolded by hot water. I really recommend it.
I'm always astonished by hot water bottles and how unbelievably dangerous they are.
It's the scariest thing in the world. I would never be able to relax. So I use a cherry pit pillow.
It's like you've basically got a water balloon with scalding water inside, and you go, your kid's cold. I'll just pop this by your feet. I mean, admittedly, I've never had a leakage.
No, but it's too scary still.
And they're supposed to relax you. So you just lie there terrified.
Yeah, I recommend a cherry pit pillow.
Okay, fine. This is good. This is very helpful indeed. Are you quite a cozy person? Do you like, what's your sort of, that hygge word, that kind of cozying up thing?
Yes.
Do you prefer winter? Do you prefer summer?
Ooh, I prefer summer, but I prefer sleeping in the winter. I need the room to be ice cold.
Nice.
And I need to be cozy and cocooned.
Window open at night, girl?
Yeah, absolutely. And then I want to say this is a sort of a European way to sleep, and this is the only way to sleep. If you have a partner, individual single duvets.
That is a game changer.
Do you do this?
No, I do
You
not.
must. You climate control yourself. It's the solution to all of your problems, I promise you. I think it is mental that people sleep under one duvet. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. That's like sharing a toothbrush. What are you doing?
Of course it's crazy talk. It's like sharing a plate.
Yeah.
When you sit down for a meal.
Yeah.
You have your own separate...
It's fucking dumb. Single individual duvets.
But that's a hill that you need to climb up instantly, and preferably not die on, but be prepared to die on. Because that is a fantastic
It's
idea.
great. And then you could be an individual burrito. You can burrito yourself. You can't burrito. How cozy will you be in your little burrito?
And was your partner okay with that? Because my partner, I think, might be like...
You don't love me.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And I'm like...
Well, it's something that my mom has always done. So, like, I grew up with that.
Right.
So it's crazy to me. Also, putting a duvet cover on a duvet that's the size of a big bed, that's a nightmare. Putting a single duvet on, I could do it in fucking 30 seconds.
I'd be really interested if anyone actually does this now after listening to this.
I really, really hope they do. So whenever you come over to my house, if you're lucky enough, like that's just the reality you're faced with. So
And
it's not something
people ever react badly and go, what's happening here?
they're like, I've never done this before, but I'm like,
cool,
okay.
I'm into this. I'm very open-minded.
But also it's like there's no big duvet, so you can not like it all you want. There is no alternative, buddy. You can go home.
I can just really imagine you being very, I'm going to say blunt. You're blunt, Olga. Just like, yeah, this is the situation.
But then they sleep in it one night and they're like, oh, you've changed my life. Obviously this.
What, I've changed your life because of your first night with me or because of the single duvet covers?
Well, I guess I'll never know. Or because of the gorgeous smell of lavender and lack of moths.
Do you share the place with your grandmother? Is that what's happening? Okay, good. Elsewhere then in 2020, listen, there's all sorts of stuff. Itsu crispy seaweed for £9. Very nice.
That's an eating disorder snack, 100%. It's when you want a potato chip, but you hate yourself too much.
They're never nice. It's just like sort of fish skin. They're not for me. Chess set, 7th of November 2020. You have bought $8.99 a fold away chess set.
I well and truly would love to Google in tandem when Queen's Gambit came out on Netflix.
Oh my God.
Because I'm 100% sure those are a very related purchases.
Yes, and Tiger King, you've bought a net. Yes. You're right. We all followed the TV shows.
I even bought. I mean, you might see there a how to play chess book, and I'll kid you not. I opened that book, and on the first page it says, "Thank you so much for downloading this PDF."
No.
They clearly capitalized on Queen's Gambit and just printed out this freaking Word doc.
That's amazing. The spikes that must be seen when certain TV shows. So right now, Jilly Cooper Riders.
Yeah.
That's the show that. Have you watched?
No.
Are you a Jilly Cooper fan? Apparently, it's amazing. It's like basically sort of Downton, but more recent and with a lot more sex.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, there's nudity.
That sounds great.
Yeah. I don't know what the associated book would be, but it's my wife's really into it. She's watching it a lot, again and again. Anyway, all right, look, fine. Here's what we're going to do, Olga. We're going to crash on through now. We're going to go into 2021, and again, there's again not too many orders. 68 orders.
Oof. Okay, that's getting. All right.
Okay, you okay?
Yeah.
Foot care, corn caps. You still okay?
Foot care, corn caps.
Yeah, it's for corns on your feet.
Yeah.
It's a physical thing. It's part of
Yeah.
the honesty of this show that we find out about these things.
I have corns.
You have corns? Right, there you go. Now you've just told the world.
Yeah.
Do you feel better for sharing that? Do you feel nothing?
I don't feel much.
Just feel nothing. Ugly cherry flavoured sparkling water, a 24-pack of fizzy water for 40 quid. You spent 40 quid on water. And again, in March, this is, April and March, you've bought Le Jolly sparkling infused water.
I really
like it.
I would really say that was a low point. I don't think that company's in business anymore. It was a combination of it being locked down and sparkling water maybe being the only sort of variety that I could get.
Right.
I also distinctly remember them sending me some of it for free initially, and then me sort of weirdly feeling indebted to them because I'd never gotten anything for free before, and then like having to spend my own money on it.
This is an abusive relationship. but capitalism's built on that. In fact, that's part of the Jeff Bezos thing. You give something for free, a little thing for free, and people are like, oh, thanks very much, and then that's it. It's what drug dealers do. But you did it with fizzy water.
I did it with fizzy water.
You just wanted to feel something alive.
Ooh.
It's just, but people who like flavoured fizzy water, it's just like, it's such a low bar. I just want something to happen. So I'm having fizzy water.
I want to feel my teeth erode in real time.
yeah, exactly. I want to feel the damage taking place.
Oh, yeah, that's that's really taken me back.
That's not the reaction I was expecting to fizzy water.
I also can't justify spending that type of money. That being said, I also, let's leave it at that. Well, I think I still had a day job at the time, and I was locked at home, so it felt like a sort of a luxury way to spend money.
Yeah, right, okay. Just to try and get something. What would be nice for me? That's a lot of what happens, isn't it? Especially during lockdown. I'm just going to treat myself.
Yeah, treat myself.
The reality of what the thing is that I'm getting is almost irrelevant. I just need to treat myself.
Yeah. And there's a sort of, I think luxury comes, okay, this is a controversial thing, and I've just arrived at it in my head, so it might be wrong. Luxury isn't about it being like designer. Luxury is about spending an obscene amount of money for the thing that it is.
The feeling of purchasing it.
Exactly. And like being like, I can't believe I spent 40 quid on water.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
40 quid on water probably feels the same way as spending like $1 million on a car.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. The process of purchasing it is 90% of the pleasure.
Oh God.
And then every now and again you're going to get your turtleneck. Where you didn't think it was that nice, but it's lasted for years, and it's like it's grown on you like an old friend.
I still have that water. No.
Okay, so 2021, obviously you're burping flavoured water.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, you are buying, the 3-piece toilet brush. It's a plastic toilet brush, £15.
Yeah, because I broke my old one.
Right.
Scrubbing so hard.
Scrubbing on the toilets. You have bought more flavoured water. You've bought Cointreau. You've bought tequila. 8th of June 2021.
I'm making margaritas.
Yes, you
It's
are.
June. I'm making margaritas.
It's Marg's time. Most people think about maybe Wimbledon or whatever, but you are straight in there with the margaritas.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's the superior cocktail.
You bought a Cool Mist humidifier, $15.99.
Again, I'm spending so much time
making margaritas. It's Olga's new catchphrase.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm diffusing margaritas into the room.
You have got, what else have we got? Fake cigarettes.
That was for a stand-up bit.
Okay, nice. And stand-up at this stage, obviously, during lockdown, it was crazy, but this is what you're doing now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look, original 40-pack of non-latex condoms.
That's me.
Amazon's a great place to get them.
I don't think I have a latex energy, but latex makes me feel funny, so maybe I do.
Okay. Anti-latex. I see. We have
also skin condoms. They're just the thinking man's condom, aren't they?
Are they?
They're just sort of a refined luxury to them.
What? Because they're just called skin. There's what's the
well, there are no non-latex, but they're also a matte black.
Oh, really?
Not the condom itself, the packaging.
I see.
Yeah.
I have been out of the condom game for many years now.
Okay, brag.
So, well, no, I mean, it's not. I think it's a confession of, my brag, whatever. And, I'm not even sure this brand existed.
It's a good purchase. I recommend it.
Good to know. Good to know if ever I need to, it's just good to have out there. Uber Lube, that's a great...
Again, Uber Lube, a very expensive for lube, truly a product that's worth it. When I say DHC cleansing oil is not worth it, Uber Lube is. Uber Lube, okay, I can talk about this for ages. So basically, Uber Lube, I think I was introduced to by the Vogue sex expert, Carly. Right. I want to say that's her name. Okay. She almost half jokingly in a video, like in a makeup video, the sex expert for Vogue was doing a makeup video, and she says, I use lube to style my hair. And that was like a sort of half silly, like, is she joking? And then she would just sort of put some lube in her hair and look quite good. Right. And I was like, interesting. And I think I bought it, and that lube changed my fucking life. Okay, I have an issue with all other kinds of lube. They're too tacky, too thick, and they pill up like silicone.
Okay.
And so Uber Lube is more expensive than other lubes. It is worth it. It simply is worth it. It's fantastic.
Also, what I love about this, it's got vitamin E. While you're getting your vitamin D, you are ticking all the boxes. I just think that's,
It's a fantastic product.
It's just a lovely bit of chat while you're getting the lube out.
Well and truly, if I get sponsored by anybody from this podcast, please Uber Lube. I have been singing your praises for years.
Also looking at the reviews, it's incredibly popular.
It's a fantastic product. The thing is, I've tried my fair share of lubes on the market, and there's nothing that comes close to it.
Performs underwater. Do you?
Hey.
I mean, come on, seriously.
I don't think I've ever tried it underwater. No, don't have sex underwater. That's terrible. That's a terrible idea.
I always think there's a danger where the suction thing can happen and you get locked together like two dogs. And the breeder has to come along and party you. I heard that years ago.
What a way to go. That's like sort of, what is it, chewing gum staying in your body? That feels...
Yes, it's one of those.
An urban, sort of scientific urban myth.
Yeah. The reviews are incredible of it.
Honestly, God, it's rare. It's rare that a product really, really lights you up like that.
Great lube. Wish it had a lid. That's what someone said.
Yeah, I actually do, because you get because you get it as like a sort of, what's it called?
A spray. It looks like a for F.
But what I'm saying, it doesn't have a cap, so if you put it in your bag and go somewhere, lube's all over your bag. They do have travel containers, but they're very small, and it's not worth the price.
Again, Zach,
I'm in the Uber Lube.
Zach has said, this stuff is incredible. Bottle does need a lid, though. Great product, not sticky at all, kind to sensitive skin, and does the job quite literally.
Yes!
God, do you know what? I think this is the first time on this show we've had a proper deep dive, so to speak, into lube.
Truly, I think it's a fantastic product.
Purchased twice as well. Okay, you've got a subscription to lube. Excellent. All right. Good.
I'm so sorry. This is the most excited I've been all hour.
It is the most. She's come from Russia. She's got this incredible hinterland, this life behind her. We get to lube. She just doesn't shut up. It's brilliant. I love it. It's really interesting. All right, look, we're getting into present day now. 2022. It's all very much like 40-ish orders. There's all sorts of stuff here. There's clothes. There's condoms and lube again. Condoms and lube. Loads of towels.
I bought towels.
And you bought loads of towels and you sent most of them back. So.
Oh, that was for a photo shoot for my poster for my show Just Friends. Okay. Everybody was lying down on towels.
Nice. Buy the
it was
towels,
like a
get the
beach
picture,
thing.
send them back.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Amazon.
Well done, Amazon. Okay, good.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of that.
Yeah. Well, that always happens as well in the show as you get to sort of March, April. People are doing all the sort of Edinburgh stuff. We have got right next to each other in March 2022. You're having quite an interesting time because you've bought the 20-pack fungus gnat killer and you've bought the wireless rechargeable handheld magic wand massager. It's a massager. I can't imagine it's for anything else.
Fungus killer?
Right. It's a fungus gnat killer.
What's a gnat?
Gnat is like a little...
Can I see?
For flies, basically. Look.
Oh, okay. So we have flies.
You have flies... And you've got a...
Like a swatter, like a fly swatter?
Well, no, I don't know. Hang on, let's go.
Or is it one of those sticky ones?
It's gone. It's not here anymore.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I think we had a fruit fly infestation.
Oh, God, I hate fruit flies.
Yeah, I think that's what was happening.
You have to get rid of fruit flies. You have to get a little dish and you have to put a bit of cling film over the dish and put tiny holes in it and then put inside the dish, put lemon juice. And all the flies
that kind of sounds like the lemongrass thing.
It does sound like bollocks. It's the lemon juice guys trying to sell us this crap.
That was a fruit fly infestation. And then the massager was, again, something recommended to me. Should I be name dropping who it was recommended by?
Of course.
Let's just say it's a lovely comedian from Manchester, and she, on a dance floor of a nightclub, told me that I had to have one. And there on the dance floor, on the dance floor of the nightclub, I think I ordered it on my phone.
Wow. You ordered a sex toy whilst...
That being said, I think she recommended the OG Hitachi one, which is like the sort of the gold standard.
Hitachi sounds like a telly, though. It sounds like it'd be wired in.
Yeah, but that's the company that makes them.
Okay.
The next massager. So it's like, it's a legit one, but it's quite expensive. So I bought the off-brand one, and the second it arrived, didn't work.
There you go, you see.
Yeah, that's why you buy the OG.
You've learned a valuable lesson. It's a false economy.
You have to splurge on the name brand sometimes.
Sometimes you can splurge
like
on the
with Skin and Uber Lube and Hitachi, I guess.
All right, listen, Olga, we're getting towards the end of your shopping on Amazon. Okay. We're coming into 2024 now. 2023, by the way, just for your interest, quite a quiet year. Only 36 orders. Not that much, right?
I still could do better.
That's what I'm saying, though. But our orders are all coming down a little bit. They're all coming off the boil a little bit, and nothing too wild.
Thank fuck I'm not buying water on Amazon anymore. Jesus Christ.
Fizzy water.
No excuse.
Incredible. So we'll go into the last few purchases that you've made in 2024, right? The past 3 months, and. We can see. What have you got? Do you know what? Actually, interestingly, hardly anything in 2024. Only 14 orders. So your 2024 is in really good shape at the moment.
Whew. Thank God.
Keep it going.
I also think it's because I've been out of the country for so long.
What have you been doing? Gigging?
Well, I've been to like Melbourne and New Zealand.
Oh my God. Wow.
And Edinburgh. And I think because of that, I wouldn't be ordering anything, right?
I'm glad you brought that in because that nicely gives us the through line of the story with how the comedy's gone. You've gone from doing the job and sort of half doing comedy and doing character stuff, and now here you are just been around the world with it. It's gorgeous. I love you. You're not just a moth killer. Okay. So, look, things to sort of pick from to see where you are, to see where your life is at now, because that's what we like to do on the show. We bookend it. Your first purchases, books, nesting, beginning this new life in the UK. Let's see what's happened with the new life in the UK. Where are you now? You've got the Pink Stuff Miracle Cleaning Paste. Everything seems fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're keeping stuff clean. You are getting shower oil, cleansing oil body wash. Your place is clean.
I'm clean.
You're clean. You have got more lube. The lube is coming back again and again. Uber Lube, luxury lubricants. A lot of lube.
It's so good.
No, I can tell.
It's also, I guess the reason why it's like, sure, I'm sex crazy, but it's also one of those things where I don't think they sell Uber Lube anywhere in a store. And I don't think they sell skin condom packs and 40 packs in stores. So that's just easier to buy online.
There you go.
And then I'm coming off as some sort of like sex crazed moth killer when in reality, there's a reasonable explanation for this, okay?
I think you get aroused by dead moths. That's the only conclusion I can come to. I think you're watching them die.
Uber Lube, fantastic product. Great for killing moths.
Yeah. And then look, the last few months, You have bought Elmer's disappearing purple glue sticks.
That's because I'm dressing up for Halloween as Bride of Chucky. And, so drag queens, in order to get rid of their eyebrows, they glue them up and then they put powder and foundation on them. And so then they draw eyebrows on wherever they want them. And because the Bride of Chucky has such distinct sort of like evil thin brows, I need to get rid of my own. And so that's why I'm using the glue that was recommended to me by the fantastic drag queen Kate Butch.
This is incredible.
I'm name dropping a lot of people, but I get a lot of recommendations.
Well, in the same way that, you go and chase books because you're reading a book, people will be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like the treasure hunt is on.
Yeah.
Every episode, all these different recommendations. A lot of effort going into the Halloween costume.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited for it.
Okay. What's the Halloween party? Is it
It's just someone's house party.
Someone's right. Okay, fine.
But I am going to 3 separate Halloween events.
On one night?
No. So 3 separate days. So I am going to be Shania Twain on one. Because I bought, basically last year, I need to tell you the drama. Love Shania Twain, who doesn't? Mm-hmm. And then I see this fantastic outfit in a TikTok.
Right.
And then I look it up and it's only available in America. So I have to order it to my friend in America's house and then she sends it to me here.
Wow.
And so now I have it. I wear it once last year, but I'm like, it can't possibly be all this effort for one night. So I'm going to rewear it this year.
Excellent.
And for legal reasons, it's not called Shania Twain. It's called 90s country pop star.
Love that. Great.
And then it's
Katie Lang. Don't worry about it.
I wore it to Thorpe Park last year and I want to say 12-year-old looked at me because he had no idea what this leopard outfit from Shania Twain was. And he was like, he just looked at me up and down. He said, I guess this is pretty niche.
Wow.
Which I loved that.
Wow.
And then I'm going to be Bride of Chucky. And then I think I'm going to be a cheerleader as well because I have a cheerleader outfit from a couple of years ago. So always reduce, reuse, recycle.
Very, also just a really sort of comprehensive approach to Halloween. Your Halloween wardrobe must be as big as your normal wardrobe.
Yes. But also I'm one of those people who I will rewear pieces of the Halloween outfit as just normal outfits.
Right. Okay.
Much like Steve Jobs back in the day.
Yeah, there you go. Do you put this much, because you've really plotted this, like the efforts that you've gone to. When you're, I don't know, writing stand-up or putting a new show together, is this the stuff you do to distract yourself from writing the show? Because it feels like this has taken a lot of work and effort and thought to do.
I think what you've noticed about me is I'm a control freak.
Control freak, yeah.
And I think this is part of control.
Well, handing over your Amazon account then has been no mean feat.
You have no idea how sweaty my feet are right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I wish that there was some Uber lube here.
Maybe it's just the lube leaked in your socks. Well, I really appreciate you doing it because it's been fantastic. And
thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it.
It's been so much great stuff on here. We're going to do the final thing you've bought just to tell us where you are at now. And I think this is nice, right? Okay, I'm going to bookend here.
Okay.
At the beginning of the show, you bought loads of books.
Yeah.
Right? All that paper in your flat, all the written words in your flat. Okay. Because you were surrounding yourself by other people's writing. And here, the most recent thing you've bought, A4 paper.
Yay!
Blank paper, because now you're doing the writing. You're doing the creating. Right?
Yeah. I've got a printer. Brag.
Look at her fly!
Woo, I have a printer.
There
Thank you very much.
So this is you, writing the next show, is that what's next for you? What's the next plan?
I am currently doing a PhD. So I purposefully bought this paper because I can only read scientific papers off of printed out paper.
Oh my God, what are you doing a PhD in?
Human computer interaction. Much like what we're doing here.
Please. I am ready to be a contributor. Please, can I be a footnote? Please. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
That's so exciting. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Will you be a doctor then?
Dr. Koch. That's the plan.
Dr. Koch.
Fingers crossed.
Incredible.
In years, but yes.
Dr. Koch does sound like a brand of lube, no offense. But that is so good. Olga, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been so nice to meet you. And weirdly, I've never met you before. Now we're gigging tonight as well.
Yeah.
So I'll see you at the gig later on. And it'll be weird because I'll know so much about you after this. Still know relatively nothing about me.
You know what I hate? Sparkling water. And you'll be there being like, I think she's lying.
Loads. Thanks for coming on the show, Olga. Thank you for doing My Mate Bought a Toaster. I'm going to step out of your Amazon. You can relax. Your feet can stop sweating.
Ooh, all right. Thank you so much for having me.
It's my mate.